going on, guys? In this episode, we're going to talk about risk management. We're going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. All right. So when it comes to binary options, it's very important that you have some type of risk management strategy that's going to help you to consistently build your account over time. And so what I realized is it really doesn't matter the strategy that you have. As long as you can win 50% or more for your trades, you can be consistently profitable almost every day. All right. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to run through a scenario. And with my strategy here, we're going to do two different scenarios. The first one is going to be trader A, where they risk 1% for every trade. And then trader B is going to use the scale. Okay. And so with the scale, it basically works like this. You take your first trade. Let's say you take your first trade at 1%. If you lose that trade, you then scale to 2%. If you lose that trade, you scale to 3%. And then if you lose that trade, you go to 4%. If you lose that last trade, then you stop trading for the day because you've then lost at least 10% of your account. Okay, so we're going to keep it there. So now, scenario A, okay, trader A. They just basically risk 1% every trade. All right, so we'll use this as an example. We'll use this column as an example for our wins and our losses. All right, and so the first trade they won. The second trade they actually lost. All right, so negative 1%. They lost the third trade. All right, the one after that they lost as well. Okay, they won this one, won the next one, won the next one, and then they lost again. All right, and then the last two they won. All right, so on $1,000 account, they grew their account to $13.75. That was their profit. All right. Now, let's take the scaling situation for example, and go from there and look at the difference. All right. So scenario B, we have trader B who uses scaling example. All right. Same scenario. So they actually won their first trade. Okay. Second trade they lost, so that's negative 1%. Third trade they lost, so that's negative 2%. Because remember they're scaling up. They lost the next trade, negative 3%. And then the fourth trade, the trade after that, I'm sorry, they actually won. So that's 4%. All right, so they won that. So that 4% put them back in the game. It didn't put them back to where they were, but it puts them close to where they were. All right, so the count is at 990 now. Right? So now, the next trade, they won. So once you win, you go back to 1%. Okay? So they won, so they have 1%. Won again, 1%. That's another thing too. If you win, you stay at 1%. The only time you scale is when you lose. Okay, is when you lose. So then you have a loss for the next one. So we put negative 1% there. So because we lost that trade, the next trade has to be at 2%. So we won that trade. So now you're at 2%. And then we won that trade. So because we won that trade, we go back to 1%. All right. And so when we look at it, now the account is $19.45. So the profit is more. It's actually $19.45. So you see that both traders took the same trades, right? But trader B was more profitable because he used the scaling aspect. All right. And very simple layout here. We have risk percentage payout, which is what the broker payout per pair, based on the pair that you're trading, your wins and your losses, the currency pair, whether you took a buy or sell, and your time duration. How long did you stay in the trade? Okay. And so for all of the subscribers and the students, you should already have this. If you don't, definitely I'll make sure that you guys have that. And if you're interested in having this and learning more about this and the strategy that we use, make sure you tap in, click on the link below, and we'll get you situated. But I just wanted to drop this information with you all because risk management is just as important as any other strategy. If you don't have an effective risk management plan, you won't be effective, you won't be profitable consistently, and you won't be profitable long term. All right, so that's the basis of what's going on here, guys. Make sure you take care of your trades. Make sure you track your trades every single day, right? Because you have to, whatever you don't track, whatever you don't trace won't grow. So if you want your money to grow, you have to track it. All right, so make sure, guys, like, subscribe, right? Hit that notification button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.